Everyone, please stand up for the opening prayer. Good morning, class. Please arrange your chairs and pick up some pieces of paper under your chairs before you take your seats. Okay, now let's have our checking of attendance. Please raise your right hand if your name is called. Do you understand? Great! You have the perfect attendance. Now, how are you feeling this afternoon? That's great! Before we will start to our lesson this afternoon, let's have our classroom agreement first. So, what will you do if the teacher is here in front? Very good! Listen attentively. What about if you want to answer? Okay, very good. You may raise your right hand and answer. That's right. I am really expecting that those rules you have mentioned to be followed as we go on in our discussion this afternoon. Is that clear? Okay, very good. Now, are you ready for our new topic? But before that, who can recall our previous lesson, last meeting? Anyone of the class? Okay, very good. Our topic last meeting is all about the voices of a verb. So exactly, very good. Before we start to our discussion this afternoon, let's have a short activity. You will be divided into 4 groups. I have here scrambled letters. All you have to do is to arrange it and post it on the board. To those groups who will finish first will receive a reward. Did you understand? Okay, so I will give you 5 minutes to perform or to arrange the word. Now, based on the activity that we had, what words being formed? Anyone of the class? Yes, Miss Kylie? Okay, very good. The words being formed are the kinds of sentences according to function. So, that is the correct answer. So, based on our short activity that we had, what do you think is our topic this afternoon? Anyone? I want the other hand. Okay, kinds of sentences according to function. Very good. So now, our topic this afternoon is all about the kinds of sentences according to its function. But before we will proceed to our discussion, let us read first our objectives. Kindly read first our objective, Miss Rhea. At the end of the lesson, the student will be able to classify sentences according to its function, construct sentences according to its function, and perform activities using the kinds of sentences according to function. Very good. Our lesson this afternoon is all about the kinds of sentences according to its function. Now, who can read the definition of the kinds of sentences according to its function? Okay, very good. It is classifying sentences by the number of clauses they contain. Now, who can enumerate the 4 kinds of sentences? Okay, Miss Generic. The 4 types of sentences are the declarative, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory. Very good. It is also called the kinds of the sentences and to its purpose. Now, let's go back to the given example. I am happy. What do you think, or what is the type of sentences that I use in the sentence? Okay, very good. It's imperative sentences because it ends at the period. So before we will proceed to our discussion, let us identify first, or let us know first, the 4 types of sentences. What is declarative sentences? No other hand? Okay, so declarative sentences is sentences that ends with a period. Do you understand? Okay, what is the imperative sentences? Imperative sentences is an example of imperative sentences because it gives a command or a request. On the other hand, imperative sentences is a sentence ends with a period and made a command or a request. Another, what is interrogative sentences? Interrogative sentences is a sentences that ends with a question mark. So example, what is your name? It ends with a period of, it ends with a question mark. How old are you? Ends with a question mark. So now, how about the exclamatory sentences? Exclamatory sentences is a sentence ends with the exclamation point. For example, ouch! It hurts. Okay. It's end with the exclamation point. Now, what it is, this sentences is a declarative sentences. Okay, very good, because it ends in a period and state a fact. What about example number 2? What book is that? What sentences in his sentence? Very good. It is interrogative question because it is ends with a question mark and asks a question. What about the third example? The house is burning. Okay, what do you think is the type of sentences that we are using? Okay, very good. It is an exclamatory sentences because it ends in an exclamation sentences and expresses a strong feeling. What about the last example? Please forgive me. Yes, very good. It is an example of imperative sentences because it gives a command or request. So I have here another sentences. Kindly read. Very good. Now, do you have any questions about kind of sentences according to its function? No more. Okay, very good. So now, I think you have already understood our topic for today. So let's have another activity. You will be divided into 4 groups. I want you to collaborate the 4 kinds of sentences according to its function. I want you to explain your work and I want you to present your work with a very clear presentation. Did you understand, class? Okay, thank you. So, the group 1 is make a song using imperative sentences and underline it. The group 2, create an advertisement using declarative sentences and encircle it. The group 4, make a short dialogue using an interrogative sentences and underline it twice. Group 4, create a short jazz chant using exclamatory sentences and box it. Before you start, this is our rubrics. Let's give a round of applause to everyone for our job well done, class. Now, again, class, what is declarative sentences? Okay, very good. It is a sentence that ends with a period. What is interrogative sentences? It ends with a question mark. Very good. How about the exclamatory sentences? It is a sentence that ends with exclamation point. So now, the last, how about the imperative sentences? Imperative sentences is the sentences that you request something or it ends with period. Thank you so much, students. It seems that you really understand our discussion earlier, and kindly get 1/4 sheet of paper and answer the following question. So here are your assignment. Okay, now you kindly pass these for our next meeting. Thank you, class, for your cooperation. Goodbye.